So let's get right to this. For the last vlog of the year, I'm going to talk about the thing that actors need to know about the most and do the best: auditioning. This is an old video. I did this about a year or two ago, and the quality is not great, but the content, fantastic, spot on. So carve out some time and space just for you. Listen, heed, pay attention. The information is really what you need to know to be able to go on audition after audition with the right attitude, the right knowledge, so that you can be successful and flourish as an actor who must audition to get jobs. So, wishing you many broken legs in the new year. Happy everything to you, and I will see you again the first Thursday of 2020 with a new vlog. Okay, watch. Be in touch. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi, Cie Peterson here, your online acting coach, back for another set of videos, starting with today's video about auditioning. There's something really important, and if there's only one thing that you get out of the series of videos that I have done and will continue to do, if it's this, then I will have done a great thing. I just know that. Something I wish someone had done for me, which is to help you keep a healthy attitude about auditioning. And to do that, you really need to understand what an audition is, because it's not what a lot of us as actors think it is. It is not, to a large extent, a measure of your talent, which is what so many of us think when we go into an audition. In fact, matching actors to characters and other actors who have been cast is at least as important as casting someone for talent. And so let me just make it this simple. Auditioning is at least as much a matching process as it is a talent contest. When I go to cast someone in a role, what I'm looking for is not just that they can act or even that they can do a great audition. What I am looking for is their ability to match the role and my vision for the entire piece as best as possible. And that is not always the best actor who goes in the room. Let's say that where my hands are right now, that's a level of acting that shows that you know what it is that you need to do as an actor, both at an audition and once you get a part. This is the level you're aspiring to. What this says to me is that you're an actor who at an audition can live in the world that you've created for yourself, that you've made strong choices for the character that make sense, even if they're not the right choices, the ones that we'll decide on together as we go through the process as actor and director, collaboratively working on the piece. But that you have made specific choices that make sense within the context of the story and an understanding of the character. That you commit to choices of action. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, please do go back and watch the video on objectives. But that you've made choices, that there's an action that you're pursuing that has high stakes, that it matters, and that you commit to it fully, play that objective and that action all the way through, live within the moments in the world, whether there's someone else you're reading with someone else with sides, whether it's a monologue you're doing by yourself, or on camera you're reading with a reader who's been assigned to you, but that you're committed to that world and that you stay there and you don't get distracted by sirens outside or by somebody asking someone else what they want with their lunch order or any of the other things that might go on in the room, so that I know that you're someone who can commit to the world of the play. Once you do those things, that's this. You've reached this level. You've shown me that you're an actor who can do a good audition. And then if I give you an adjustment, which I will do, particularly if I'm interested in an actor, and that you can make that adjustment to the piece that you're working on and give me a different character interpretation or a different moment or a different action based on the adjustment I've given you, and that you can do that, so you're someone who has now shown me that you also can take direction. Once you've done that, you've shown me everything that you can show me as an actor. You've come up to this level. You've done exactly what you need to do. Whether you do it at the minimum of what I want from any actor, or whether you've far exceeded that and gone far above the minimum of what I want from an actor, honestly, that's not really what will make the difference of you getting the job or not. I just need to know that you can act. I believe, as all directors do, we believe in ourselves as directors who can get a performance out of you. We can help you get to where we want you to go once you've shown us that you have the tools as an actor to get there. So that's not what's going to get you the job. And very often we go into an audition thinking that if if we could come here, if we could be the best actor that was seen that day, that we're going to get the part. But getting the part is not within your purview. Getting the part, getting the role, booking the job, it is not within your purview. You cannot do that. If you go on an audition with that goal, you have a misplaced goal and misplaced energy. You are also setting yourself up for failure. Because then if or when you don't get the part, because mathematically it's always against you getting the part, you'll start to think that there's something wrong with you. You didn't do a good audition, or you're not a good actor, or some other problem, which is not necessarily the case. And I'll give you an example. Many years ago, when I was still living in New York, I was casting a show. A young woman walked into the room and I loved everything about her. And she did a great audition. And as soon as she walked out the door, I looked at the producer who was sitting at the table next to me and I said, "I'm so sorry that there's no part that I can offer her." There was just nothing I could do. She did not match my vision, my view of what the characters in the play look like. And so I didn't even give her a call back, because what would I give her a call back for? I didn't need to see her act again. She was great. I already knew that. But I also knew that I wasn't going to cast her. So what would be the point of me having her back in? Your opportunity to show that you are an actor who can make choices, commit to them, raise the stakes, live in the world, be warmed up and fully prepared, and comport yourself professionally, that is completely within your purview and is your obligation to do. But once you've done that, you cannot do any more than that. And so that is the goal you should have going into any audition. Your goal should be to do a really solid audition. And you need to be the person, you need to be the arbiter of your own work. The person who is able to walk out and say, "That was a really good audition. It was a successful audition, and here are the reasons why." And once you do that, you need to feel really good about the audition, and you need to walk out and leave and have that really healthy attitude. I did a great audition. My work here is done. If I hear from them, great. If I don't hear from them, that's okay. And keep going and going and going. You want to be an actor who loves to perform at an audition as much as you love to perform once you've been given a role. And the way to do that is to have a healthy attitude, to understand that it is not a measure necessarily of what kind of actor you are or what kind of audition you did. That getting the part doesn't mean you were the best actor. Not getting the part doesn't mean that you were bad, or even that your audition wasn't great. It might have been great. And so if you can keep those things straight, it will allow you to go into auditions with a really healthy attitude, wanting to do them, feeling good about doing them, knowing when you did really good work and feeling good about that success, and then moving on to the next one, and not using it as a way to say, "Oh, there's something wrong with me," or "I'm not good." Now, you must be able to judge your work fairly and honestly. Be an arbiter, an accurate arbiter of your own work. And if your auditions are not working, then it's definitely time to work on that. Get yourself into a workshop, get yourself a coach, be in touch with me. But whether it's me or whether it's someone else, if your auditions are not successful because you have determined that you were not able to do those things that brought you here, what I described before, then get help. As long as your auditions are successful, and you'll know if they are, keep doing them, keep working at it. If I can help you, be in touch with me anytime, and then go out there and have fun at that little tiny performance. That's the audition video for today. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe to my YouTube page, be in touch anytime, and go out there and break a leg. Bye.